가미카제의 공격은 계속됐고 해군의 니미츠 제독은 육군에게 말했습니다. 매일 전함 한쪽 반을 잃고 있다. 너희가 이 상황을 바꿔야 한다. 하지만 상황은 쉽지 않았습니다. 미 육군과 해병대는 태평양에서 가장 위험한 방어 요새를 파괴해야 했습니다. 오키나와 전투에서 승리하려면 반드시 넘어야 하는 장애물이었습니다. 오키나와 침공 작전 개시 31일째. 미군은 슈리선 앞에 있었습니다. 슈리선은 오키나와 섬의 고대 수도인 슈리를 중심으로 구축한 지하 방어선이었습니다.
You see hail from a distance. They may have an opening that's maybe 8 inches in diameter. They're firing a machine gun from. They did it very cleverly, and they fought to the end.
우시지마 중장에게는 7만 5천 명이 있었고 대부분 고도의 훈련을 받은 병사들이었습니다.
They had pulled a lot of troops out of Burma, seasoned infantrymen, and brought them to Okinawa. And apparently our intelligence missed that completely. And they were tough.
They didn't want to surrender. They didn't want to give up. Their military were very brave and willingly sacrificed their lives. They really believed in their cause.
전투가 한 달 이상 계속된 뒤 일본군은 미군 진영을 향해서 본격적인 반격을 개시했습니다. 일본군은 미군을 몰아내고 오키나와를 탈환하기 위해서 병력과 전차 등 모든 것을 동원했습니다. 3일간 미군은 7,000명 이상의 일본군을 살해했습니다.
They launched a major counterattack against the army in the center. They expended a lot of ammunition and men, and they gained nothing.
일본군은 무기를 두고 지하에서 나와 무모한 공격을 했고 미군은 또 한 번 중대 고비를 맞게 됩니다. 미 육군은 천연 요새인 코니칼 언덕을 공격했습니다. 반드시 정복해야 하는 슈리선 동쪽의 고지였죠.
You can picture an anthill with thousands of ants inside. You can imagine what we thought the Japanese were. The Japanese would we'd seal one cave and they'd come out another, or they'd block the cave at night and open it for themselves the next day. There were rooms inside. It was a horrendous feeling and a horrendous battle.
We were behind an embankment, and I decided to take a look to see what was going on up there. So I shinnied up the 8-foot embankment, and I looked out, and I saw I was facing a cabbage field. And I thought, this is great. We can have fresh cabbage. I put my hand out when I felt the heat of a bullet went past my ear. And I could hear the crack, and I got off the cabbage very rapidly.
코니칼 고지 서쪽에는 해병대에게 악몽 그 자체였던 슈가로프 고지가 있었습니다. 슈가로프 고지 전투는 미 해병대 역사상 가장 처절한 전투로 기록됐습니다.
Sugarloaf and two other hills formed a sort of a crude triangle. It was so situated that if you attacked one, you'd get crossfire from the other two. There's absolutely no cover whatsoever, just a plain flat field out in front. So we took on a lot of casualties getting across that field into the base of the hill.
Ahead of us, and it was like bees flying over us. The bullets were so thick. You just hugged the earth, hugged Mother Earth.
That was war. That was the real war. And that was the war of tanks, artillery, casualties. That was the real war.
높이 70m의 이 언덕은 슈리선 서쪽 끝에 있었습니다. 이 고지를 넘어야 오키나와 남쪽으로 계속 진군할 수 있었습니다. 일본과 미국은 슈가로프 고지를 놓고 14번이나 점령과 탄원을 반복했습니다. 가장 치열한 격전지 중 한 곳이었습니다.
We had a guy in our platoon by the name of Harry Koprovich, and he was in a foxhole, and a Japanese officer took a swing at Harry, and he parried it off with his rifle. And in the meantime, Hoffman said, "Harry, get the son of a bitch down, and I'll blow his brains out." Harry, "Don't do that, I'm on the bottom." He found a half-empty canteen and pulverized that Japanese officer's face and head. Smashed it.
Well, it was just very simply kill or be killed. In other words, you did not think of taking prisoners. It just didn't happen. In fact, they were so treacherous that they played possum. So there's a rule of thumb, if they look dead, then 2 in the head to make sure.
섬에 폭우가 쏟아지자 전투 상황은 더욱 끔찍스러워졌습니다.
Then you had rains turn it into mud, and all of that combined to create a horror show that hadn't been seen since the infamous trenches of World War I. One of the Marines who fought there said, "I can't imagine a worse place to fight or die than the places we fought on Okinawa." He called it hell's own cesspool.
It rained most of the time, day and night, enough that we had difficulty getting supplies. There were times when we couldn't get trucks through, and we even had an airdrop come in with supplies to us at one point.
1000명의 일본군이 코니칼 고지를 방어했습니다. 그들은 높은 곳에 있다는 이점을 100분 활용했죠.
We had a lot of mortar fire. We had machine gun fire, which was treacherous to us, and sniper fire. Many times you don't even know where the enemy is coming from. And we were getting replacements in, but sadly many of these replacements would be with us one day and gone the next.
침공 작전 개시 42일째, 미 육군은 코니칼 고지의 주변을 포위했습니다.